All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cracking open a business that promises a more flexible lifestyle, all powered by, that incredible smell of fresh roasted nuts. We're breaking down the Totally Nutz franchise. So let me ask you, are you looking for a career where you have more control over your schedule? Maybe a business you could run with your family, or just something that's, well, more fun. If you're not in your head right now, this explainer is definitely for you. Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with that lifestyle promise, then we'll introduce the company and its business model, meet some real owners, and of course we'll look at the numbers. And finally, we'll map out the actual path to getting started. First things first, the big question, right? Can a business really give you a more flexible lifestyle? This is the core promise of the Totally Nutz model. So let's see exactly how they try to pull it off. Well, the whole idea is that the business is designed to scale to your life, not the other way around. You can start this thing as a side hustle, keep your day job, or you can just jump right in, both feet, as a full-time owner. The entire system is built to support whatever your personal goals are for your time and your money. So, who is the company behind this promise? Let's get to know Totally Nutz at its journey, which really started as a simple family idea and grew into a national franchise. And boom, right out of the gate, you see some pretty serious validation. I mean, getting recognized by a huge publication like Entrepreneur Magazine as a top low-cost franchise, that gives the brand a ton of credibility in what's a pretty crowded market. This wasn't some overnight success story. The founders, Matt and Yvette Barker, they started roasting way back in 1990. They got this huge exposure at the 2002 US Olympics, and then they really took their time to carefully build out the system before they even started franchising in 2014. That long history shows some really steady, deliberate growth. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does it all work? What would a franchisee actually do? Well, it really boils down to a super simple product and, honestly, a brilliant built-in marketing strategy. This quote pretty much says it all. This is the secret sauce. You don't need a massive ad budget because you go where the people already are. The smell of those fresh roasting, cinnamon-glazed nuts, that does all the marketing for you. It's sensory selling at its absolute best. When it comes to the actual operations, you've got two main choices. There's the Traveler Cart, which is your go-anywhere, super mobile option, perfect for weekend festivals or outdoor events. But the most popular model is the 2-in-1 kiosk. You can set it up as a more permanent spot in a mall, or, and this is pretty clever, you can detach the front counter and take it on the road. It's really all about being adaptable. Okay, so we've seen the what and the how, so let's talk about the who. Because seeing the real people behind the business can make the whole opportunity feel so much more real and achievable. The model's flexibility is just so clear when you look at who's actually running these businesses. It works for Veronica, a veteran who uses it for extra income, just as well as it fits Brand, who's building a full-time empire of venues. It can be a family thing for an IT pro like Tim, or a way for a family like Dave and Amy's to work together. It's like 4 totally different stories, all powered by the same business model. All right, let's talk about the part that I know everyone's waiting for, the money. What does it actually cost to get into this thing, and what's the potential for a return on that investment? So, the company's franchise disclosure document, their FTD, it includes this number as an example of financial performance. It's a huge, attention-grabbing figure, for sure. But it's also from their 2015 disclosure. So what does that really tell us? Okay, here's the crucial context. This number represents the net income from one franchise over a 2-month period, and this is before the owner's salary is taken out. And like we said, it's from the 2015 FDD. So while it shows what was possible back then, it should really be seen as more of a snapshot of potential, not some guarantee of what you'd earn today. So here's the breakdown of what it takes to actually get started. The franchise fee depends on if you want 1, 3, or 5 units. Then you've got the cost of the equipment package, either the cart or that more comprehensive kiosk. The company calls it a turnkey investment because these packages include all the core gear and supplies you need to get up and running. And for ongoing costs, you're looking at a pretty standard 6% royalty plus a small annual brand fund contribution. Okay, so if the lifestyle, the model, and the numbers all look promising to you, what happens next? Let's walk through what they call their education process. They lay out a very clear path. It's not some big mystery. It starts with a simple info request and a qualification call. From there, you get to really dig into the details with the FDD, you get to speak directly with the founders, and you even visit their headquarters in Utah for a discovery day before any final decisions get made. It's really a mutual evaluation process. And you're not just left high and dry once you sign up. The support system includes 4 days of hands-on training, ongoing help with things like negotiating contracts for event locations, and they even have periodic conferences so you can connect with all the other owners. So let's just quickly recap the key takeaways here. You've got a simple, scalable business model. The marketing is literally baked right into the product. It's a turnkey investment designed for a fun, flexible lifestyle. And as a final point, which I think is a great touch, they offer a 10% discount on the franchise fee for qualified U.S. veterans.
And that brings us to the final question, which is really one for you to think about. After seeing how it all works, from the lifestyle promise to the investment numbers, is a business like Totally Nutz the kind of opportunity that lines up with your own personal and financial goals? It's a fascinating model for sure, and now you have the breakdown to help you decide for yourself.